Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you're a Giants supporter, you probably already know that the NFL offseason is never quiet for long. Rumors, trades, and strategic moves are always brewing, especially when it comes to building a team that can contend for the Super Bowl. And this year, what's happening in the NFC East might be one of the most intriguing developments yet. Word just broke about a potential blockbuster trade between the New York Jets and the Giants, involving some serious talent and strategic assets. It's the kind of move that could reshape the division and send ripples across the league. So here's what we know so far. The Jets, currently sitting at a 3-4 record, are in a bit of a transition. They're trying to find the right rhythm on defense with their new 3-4 scheme, but the quarterback situation remains somewhat unstable. Zach Wilson has had his moments, but consistency has eluded him. His QBR so far this season hovers around 82. 4, which isn't bad, but certainly not enough to make Jets fans breathe easy. It's clear that the Jets are looking to shake things up, and one way they're considering doing that is by trading away a rising star wide receiver, Garrett Wilson. Wilson, who's been sensational when healthy, has shown flashes of brilliance that remind many of the league's top playmakers. Over his young career, he's amassed 212 receiving yards and scored 18 touchdowns. His yards per reception sit impressively at 13.2, and he was named to the Pro Bowl in 2024 with a PFF grade of 87.6, which is outstanding. Wilson's play style is explosive. He's the kind of receiver who can turn a short pass into a big gain, and he's especially dangerous on contested catches, where he's been in the top 5 league-wide this season with a 56% success rate. Despite a recent knee injury in Week 6, Wilson remains a game-changer, with recent highlights including 12 receptions of 20 or more yards, reminiscent of the kind of deep threat that made Davante Adams so dominant last season with the Raiders. Now, why would the Jets consider trading him? Well, it's partly about rebuilding their offensive line, which has been under some pressure this year. Sacked 27 times so far, which is a problem. The Jets are looking to bolster other areas, and they see Isaiah Hodgins as a perfect fit for their scheme. Hodgins, who's been reliable and consistent for the Giants, boasts a PFF grade of 76.1, and he's shown he can be an effective target, especially in the red zone. The Jets are also eyeing a second-round pick in the 2026 draft, an asset that could help them rebuild and address other needs. The idea is to send Wilson and the pick to the Giants, freeing up around $12 million in cap space, which will give the Jets flexibility in the upcoming draft and free agency. On the other side, the Giants, currently sitting at 2-5, see this as an opportunity to inject some dynamism into their receiving core. They have prospects like Darius Slayton, who's been good but not quite enough to elevate the passing game to the next level. With Wilson's addition, they're looking to boost their deep threat capability, which is crucial given their current offensive numbers. Wilson's skill set complements players like Robinson, who's been a bright spot with a PFF grade of 82.9. Adding Wilson could increase their deep EPA by around 18%, which means more explosive plays and a more threatening passing attack. This move could help elevate Daniel Jones' passing efficiency, moving the Giants from a middling 27th ranking in passing to somewhere in the top 16. And that's not all. The Giants are desperate to find a spark on offense, especially with their struggles in the red zone and in sustaining drives. Wilson, known for his speed and ability to separate from defenders, averaging about 30 yards of separation per route, could be the key to unlocking their vertical game. Plus, with Saquon Barkley still recovering from injuries, the Giants need all the offensive firepower they can get. The potential addition of Wilson could also help balance the offense, taking some pressure off Robinson and creating more opportunities for other receivers like Slayton, who currently averages +1.6 yards per route. Now let's talk a little about the bigger picture. The Giants, despite their rough start, remain hopeful about turning things around. Moving Wilson into the fold could be a game changer, especially in terms of their Super Bowl odds. Right now, they're sitting at +8,000, but with improvements and a few key wins, those odds could shrink significantly. possibly to plus 5,200 if Wilson makes an immediate impact. Remember, Wilson has already shown he can perform under pressure. He's scored 4 career playoff touchdowns, and if the Giants are to make a postseason push, having a receiver with his explosiveness could make all the difference. Meanwhile, the Jets are betting that Hodgins and the draft pick will help them rebuild and develop a more cohesive offense. But the real question is, how will this trade affect the division? Well, if the Giants successfully integrate Wilson into their offense and he lives up to his potential, they could become a much more formidable team in the NFC East. Their offense could turn into a high-octane unit, capable of challenging the Eagles and Cowboys, who are currently ahead in the standings. The Giants have been searching for that offensive spark, and this move might just be the spark they need. On the flip side, the Jets with this move appear to be leaning into a rebuild, focusing on future assets rather than immediate results, which could take some time to come to fruition. But let's not forget the history and rivalry aspect. The Jets and Giants have always had a unique relationship, sometimes friendly, sometimes competitive, but always intense. This trade could add another chapter to that rivalry, especially if Wilson and Hodgins change the dynamics on the field. For Giants fans, this is exciting because it signals a possible shift in offensive philosophy. More depth, more explosiveness, more chances to win games in style. For Jets fans, it's a sign that the team is willing to make bold moves, even if it means parting with a promising young star like Wilson, to set the foundation for future success. And thinking about the long term, the Giants, coaching staff, and front office are clearly looking to build a balanced attack. The addition of Wilson could be the piece that elevates their passing game, which has been inconsistent at times. Daniel Jones, who's been performing decently this season, could benefit immensely from a receiver who can stretch the field and make those big plays that change momentum. It's exactly what they need to climb higher in the NFC standings and make a real push come playoff time. Plus, with the upcoming draft and free agency, the Giants are in a position to add even more talent around Wilson, Robinson, and Barkley, creating a potent offensive core that could rival some of the best in the league. Now, let's consider the implications for the NFC East. The division has been fiercely competitive lately, with the Eagles leading the pack and the Cowboys not far behind. If the Giants manage to pull off this trade successfully, and Wilson starts producing at a high level, they could become serious contenders, not just for a division title, but for a deep playoff run. The NFL is a league where one or two key players can change everything, and Wilson's potential is immense. His speed and versatility could be the difference maker that propels the Giants into the postseason and beyond. For the Jets, on the other hand, this move signals a shift toward a more strategic rebuild, focusing on future assets and cap flexibility. They are betting on their young talent and draft picks to develop over time, even if that means a slower climb back to contention. In conclusion, this potential trade between the Jets and Giants is more than just a swap of players. It's a statement of intent from both sides. For the Giants, it's about injecting explosive talent into an already promising offense and making a push for a deep playoff run. For the Jets, it's about rebuilding and laying a foundation for a brighter future, even if that road involves some short-term pain. The NFL offseason is always unpredictable, but one thing is clear. The NFC East is about to get a lot more interesting, and Giants fans should be excited about what's coming next. The possibility of seeing Garrett Wilson in blue and red, creating fireworks on the field, is enough to keep any fan hopeful. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think about all of this? Do you believe this trade could be a game changer? Are you excited to see Garrett Wilson in the Giants uniform? Or do you think the Jets should hold on to him and rebuild differently? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, not just to us, but to the future of this team. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news, rumors, and analysis. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and we're here to cover every twist and turn with you. Thanks for watching, and let's keep the passion alive. Go Giants!